Tell me the truth. I know we've gone our separate ways. Can we get love back? I know we've had our better days. Can we get love back?
Okay.
Can we get love back?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our crew for Power Hour Live, the work from home network. What's going on, Curtis? Putting lipstick on. I love that he wears man lipstick. My name is Anthony Michael Russo. I am from Dallas, Texas, ladies and gents, and we put together this great network so that we could share positivity and love amidst this time of quarantine. I am a motivational speaker that talks about overcoming failure, and I started hashtag Be the Change, which is all about taking action in what you believe in. Aaron, what up? Aaron, you're muted.
We can't hear you.
Oh, I was muted. Of course I was. Hey, everybody, over here in New York City, hanging out. My name is Aaron Smalls. I'm a DJ. I'm a host. I'm an actor. Most recently, you may have seen me on The Resident on Fox. And today is my homie's birthday. Shout out to Liza Koshy. Hope you have a great day. That's it.
I love it. Big shout out to Liza as well. I love it. My birthday's on Monday, so we're celebrating all the Aries babies today. So big shout out for that. I'm Liza Monet Morales, otherwise known as XOXO Liza, with two Z's, please. And I'm an actor, a content creator, an author, and yeah, basically a spread love agent is what I'm calling myself these days. So I'm excited to connect with y'all. Curtis?
Oh, hey guys, I'm just making sure I moisturize after I wash my hands every 15 minutes. I'm Curtis Harkness. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a content creator and I'm a human. That's something that we don't have a lot these days. I'm a human and a regular hero. And I hope you are too. But yeah, anyway, we're having a good time and I'm excited. My birthday actually was in February. So I'm still celebrating and you can celebrate with me also. Now, we can go back to it. I think I have something really cool that I want to talk about today, but go ahead, drop that really quick. Hey. So, with the headline of the day, we had so much, always getting this, I don't say negative news, but news that's not making us happy. So I got a little happy news from the company that has the only 5-star rating out there, Uber. And they're going to do something fun for us today. And I think it's going to be good. So they're launching a new fleet of cars piloted by specially trained canine drivers. So what Uber is doing, and a bit to attract even more customers.
Absolute lie. That is a lie.
It's called Uber Arf. Uber Arf.
Oh.
Uber Arf.
It's also April Fool's Day. Let's be clear. We get that. No. You're not getting me. This whole year has been hard.
But really quick, I would ride in a self-driving car if it had a cute puppy in it. That's the only way I would drive it.
Sure.
I hear those cards are all bark, no bite. Anyways, the actual story of COVID-19, which is kind of a big deal because we say about it. Here's the issue that I have. So it could go either way. There could be the concept of they were trying to save face masks for the frontline workers, the healthcare workers, or they may have just been underestimating it. But ultimately, I think it is important that they got the face mask first, but it does create the issue of how do you feel about it? Aaron, do you want to come in and help me out on this one? What do you think? What do you think of the headline of the day?
So CDC recommending masks. I made my own mask the other day, and it was definitely not the same as what the CDC is recommending. There's a lot of I've seen a lot of videos popping up, a lot of crafty videos popping up about how to make your own masks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fascinating. We here in New York are at a shortage for masks and all of that. And I'm going to tell you once we get to across America about all the support that we're kind of getting. But it's crazy. You know, we are the epicenter, if you will, here in New York, and we don't have enough supplies.
Right.
We really don't.
No, and nobody does, because you're prepping to see which direction it's going to go. Are we going to send everything to New York and then you need it across the country? At the same time, things are happening on a day-to-day basis. So it's confusing in that sense. And one of the big things is when it comes to these masks is right now everybody's trying to buy them. There's price gouging, but problem is a lot of the masks we get are from China and they're price gouging us. So it just makes it really difficult to get those masks. But again, so what I said earlier, Aaron, what do you think about the fact that possibly the reason why the CDC spread the information that it wasn't important was to save our healthcare workers?
I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Because you've got to. What you tell people in the media is really what they're going to do,
right,
and what they're going to respond to. I mean, because people's feelings color their reality and their perceptions. So if the media is telling them, "Hey, you're not going to need these masks," that's a good thing in my mind, because then they're not going to be rushing out to get them when supplies kind of come back into stock. And I think that's a good thing, because we need those doctors and the nurses,
front line,
and the people on the front line. We need them with the right tools. I mean, to minimize it, and this is definitely minimizing it, that's like football, the NFL. It's millions of people watch it. That's like telling football players, "Hey, you guys are going to go out there without your pads this week. No pads."
But entertain the masses, because they're all going to be watching.
Yeah. So don't ease up on what you're doing. You still do your job. We still want to see the big hits. We still want to see you sprinting all out. But you're not going to have any of the protective equipment that you absolutely need. Right?
So if anybody's wondering why we're elongating this super long message, is somehow our other two hosts lost power, and I think they're playing an April Fool's Day joke on us by hiding out. So what we're going to do, Aaron, I feel like right now, if we want to, we could do, can you give us your beautiful ditty on Around America? We'll just go ahead and put that up right now. Are you ready for that? Can we flip the script and do that?
Yeah, let's flip the script, and I will start with my
right.
I'm going to switch it over here real quickly so I can take control.
There we go.
My end.
Apparently our device, our system decided to play an April Fool's Day joke on us and all of a sudden go and cut everything out. So it's all good.
Crash them out.
We're hoping that Liza and Curtis can make it back. Otherwise, it's going to be the Anthony and Aaron show for a bit.
We'll make it happen, All
right. Introducing for Around America, the man, the myth, the legend, nothing small about this gentleman, Aaron, the Machine Smalls.
That's me. I love that graphic there for Across America. That's so fun. So, hey, everybody, welcome to Across America. In this segment, that's what we talk about. We talk about across America, what's going on across America and possibly the globe. We've had some people tuning in from Canada and from Asia and from Brazil. So we don't want to leave you guys out. We want to know what's happening in your city, in your state, in your country. And we want to hear what's going on. And we want it to be truthful, but we also want it to be a positive outlook. So if anyone's watching out there, you've got some positive things that are happening, drop us a comment below in our feed here, whether you're watching on YouTube or Periscope or Twitter or Facebook or wherever you're watching. Drop us a comment so we know what's going on across America. Well, to talk about America just a little bit, I'm going to start with New York here. And I don't know if you guys know, but here in New York, aliens have arrived. Aliens have arrived. April Fools. Or is it? So, a couple of things here talking about April Fool's jokes and aliens arriving. On Monday, without warning, the lights on the Empire State Building were illuminated with a red and white beacon to recognize the first responders. It's pretty amazing that they did that. But like I said, it happened without warning. And many New Yorkers that were in that area surrounding the Empire State Building were freaked out because they had no idea what was going to happen. It looked like police lights. I actually have an image here of what it actually looks like. That's it. That's it right there. That's not a scene from Independence Day. That is actually what the Empire State Building looks like. Also, in other news happening here in New York, much like the oxymoron Walking Dead or Alone Together, a large crowd gathered to watch a Navy hospital ship named Comfort. That's right. It's here to give some helpful aid, but it's a helpful naval hospital ship, but there were large crowds gathering to watch it. Anyway, also, an emergency field hospital is being opened up in Central Park to treat COVID-19 patients. So that's something that's happening. And actually, for those of you that haven't seen it, one of my correspondents was able to riskily snap a photo of what it looks like inside those tents. Here's a close look at that. So it's getting crazy out there. And lastly, while aliens may or may not have arrived here in New York City, we have had our very first zombie sighting. And folks at home, I have to warn you, what I'm about to show you may be startling. That is our very first zombie sighting here. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on here in New York. You know, in Long Island, and here in New York, Long Island is still long. Rich people still live in Tribeca, and we still have an Empire State of Mind.
Love it. Well, we brought Curtis back on right now. We are still looking for Liza. Apparently, LA has officially become La La Land because we can't get her back. I don't know what to do.
There was a something happened. I think it was like an April Fool's joke you played on me. I think you kicked me out of the studio or something. You know, that's why you played that "Walk It Out." I guess that's what you did. You think Atlanta's funny that we just gonna play "Walk It Out"? You know.
Well, you're back, man. We're talking across America here.
Yep.
So what's going on over there in Atlanta?
I mean, again, like the smart thing is to. Oh, there she is. Hey, girl.
Hey, we're all back.
It's an old April Fool's joke, but it's all right. You can't keep us down in LA. We'll figure it out.
Just when we thought we could muzzle her, she came
You
back.
know, well, I don't know about the muzzle. That's not spreading love or kindness,
We
but it's
can't
cool.
stop. We can't stop.
Exactly.
True
Let's get the wheels-
soldiers.
let's get the wheels back
Nah.
on.
I'm sorry.
All right.
That was
No,
getting
you're
my
good.
Louisiana. Shout out to them. Hang tight. But no, just really quick. Update from Atlanta. Staying inside, being smart. Weather's beautiful, but pollen count again is super high. So if you do want to go outside and run and have some fun, if you have an allergy, I would be very careful because that can also make you susceptible to potentially get even more social distance if you're sneezing and coughing. But also, if you do come into contact with somebody with it, that could also be a potential that could make it worse. So be smart. Again, if you're in Atlanta, the pollen count is extremely high. So if you can stay inside, that's the best thing to do. And just practice effective spatial distancing, but not social. Make sure you stay in touch. So that's going down in Atlanta, other than Uber slow rolling out the new feline.
Lies. Lies. Lies.
We're not jumping in, remember? My God.
Oh, he had to talk about my lies. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Clearly.
We're transitioning to Dallas. That's called a transition. So, anyways, with that said, Dallas is same thing as usual, but the Mayor Eric Davis did start recommending, because all of our trails are still open and people are still going out. I ran 3.5 miles, not on a trail yesterday, but I stayed away from human beings and away from people. With that, he said we have to practice better social distancing or he will close all the parks. So listen to that. Dallas, if you're going to go outside, keep the distance. Stay away from the super narrow pathways like Katy Trail and just go do and stay outside. Liza, what's going on in LA?
So we had a pretty busy day here since I saw you all last yesterday on Let's Talk About It Live. We were super pumped to celebrate the queen of Tejano music herself, who's from Texas, Selena. It's been 25 years since she passed. So celebrated her also with my friends. We poured one out for our homie Nipsey Hussle. It's been a year since we lost him. So it was kind of nice to listen to his music and be on a Zoom call. And on the flip side, in terms of what we're doing for healthcare, because as we know, everything is kind of crashing in a little bit more around here with our stay at home. We can put that graphic up. There is a call right now from the California Health Corps asking if you are a retired or even a student medical professional in order to come through and to apply. So there's the list of what they're currently looking for. Physicians, pharmacists, dentists, which I was really surprised at. So that's a great way for people to get involved if they're looking up for a way to get involved and to help out. We also, on our end, are getting ready for tomorrow, where we're going to all open our doors at 8 o'clock and give a big round of applause to our carers. So 8 p.m., no matter where you are in LA, that is what we're looking to do, which would be fun. And then last but not least, I, for one, am filling out my census. Not sure if you all have filled yours out, but today is officially Census Day. So our big challenge to you with all these quarantine challenges that are happening is for y'all to take 10 minutes to fill your census out. It's super easy to do, and you can go over to right there, my2020census.gov if you haven't gotten it already. And yeah, so that's what's been going around in LA, just making sure we got all information out. We're staying home and we're helping those out in the field.
That was awesome. I think we covered the news in the most elongated segment. Thank you for everybody that's watching that stayed paying attention through our slight technical difficulties, aka our April Fool's Day joke on all of you. Cool.
So guys, that was a little segment that we like to call Across America. No?
I love that. and also, Liza, I just wanted to drop in really quick. I do have a friend that actually just did that. He's a first responder in Orange County or Murrieta, and he's actually driving to LA every day to be a first responder. So, guys, it is real, and you can do it. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I love that you're saying that. Super important.
8 p.m., 11 p.m. Eastern. I'll be up. I can't sleep.
We're going to make the move right now. We're going to jump over to Curtis and Anthony.
Holla. Oh, God. You're so pretty, Curtis. You're so pretty. Guess what time it is? It is time for our regular hero, Be the Change. Moment of the day. Okay. So, as usual, there's more positive stories than negative going on in the world right now. And coinciding with my story before about the CDC recommending masks now, which is, again, a big change up. There are people stepping up all over the country. And I found two stories, which is probably two about 150,000, because I know of even people in Dallas. Some friends of mine are going to be providing me with masks. But I've got Elizabeth D'Antonio, is a retired nurse practitioner, costume maker for the Annapolis Opera in Maryland. She enlisted a group of 15 people. She got a whole crew together, one guy and 14 women. I found it funny that they included that in the article, to make masks for the Anne Arundel Medical Center. So they're making it for the first responders there. There's people all over the country that are making it for their friends and family, because we are learning at a rapid rate how important that is. Matt Messina of Auburn, Alabama, has also been making protective masks from her dining room table. She started making them for her daughter, who works at a medical facility, but now has spread the love all around. Curtis, what do you think about our ambassadors of the day?
I actually love that, because people do not realize the importance of PPE for our, and I'm sorry, it's having people right now going through it and working in that field right now is, and calling me with crazy stories and things going down. I just had a call this morning with somebody that was that's working inside the hospital. It's crazy how they need these things, and I love that these people are finding ways to get it done, and also people who need it are trying to make sure they're staying healthy. So I love that. That's something that I think is a huge thing, and people coming together. That's huge.
Yeah, it's just people helping people. And what does PPE stand for, Curtis?
Personal protective something.
Sorry to put you on the spot. You said it, and I
Yeah.
was like, I've got no idea what you're talking about. But either way, that's what people are doing
You
right
can put
now.
it in the comments.
I wanted
it just means protective gear. I mean, it's a fancy term. Equipment. That's right. There we go. Personal protective personal equipment.
Thank you.
And that's what they use to keep from getting that disease, but all the other ones also.
Yeah, and really quick, since I got you, and we didn't get to have a big chat earlier, we'll end on this. Since everybody accidentally got kicked off, what are your thoughts about why the CDC might have fibbed in terms of talking about the masks, and how? Again, that's why this is so important that all these people are coming together to put these together.
I mean, I just think it's just information as they go. You know, this thing is so crazy. It's so much information out there that is unconfirmed because it's changing. You know, that's that, and so they're trying to do the best they can. You know, and they understand they don't want to, you know, push out information that's wrong. But also, I mean, I also understand from working in the government before that there's also other things they have to worry about on making sure that like the PEP is for the people that need it, but also, you know, making sure the public is informed as possible. So it again, with this is going so crazy that it's so new that they're still learning as they go. That I think it's just something that's going to happen, and we just have to continue to be vigilant in what we're actually listening to. And you know, the best thing is just stay home and be safe.
I like you just created a word between diligent and vigilant. Vigilant.
There you go.
I like that.
Vigilant.
That was good.
But I'm just trying to. I've been watching the Trevor Noah. I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not. This is not political at all. Trevor Noah's doing the whole Trump word thing. I'm trying to create some words.
Vigilant.
Trevor Noah, get me on the show, baby. Like, put me on there. That's a little
Vigilant. I like it.
Tag Noah. Put me in there.
That segment makes me laugh hysterically.
All right, last thing I want to end on is one quote from a psychologist out of the University of Wisconsin talking about really what to do right now when we're all trying to be kind. Let's see. It was Sheila Mirigan. I want to give her credit. Let's see. It actually, where is it? Oh, it spreads hope. There's so much we can't control right now, but the one thing we can control is to help somebody or offer kindness or compassion. And that is what Regular Hero is all about with hashtag Be The Change. So
100.
Wrapping it up. Pew. All right, team.
I love
Diligent.
it. That was so awesome. So I'm going to jump in, showing everybody what's been going around the internet. As we know, April Fool's is in full effect. So that's been on our back end. I'm going to actually queue up or ask if either Anthony or Aaron can queue up the videos and graphics as we talk about them, because I can't do it on my end today. So that said, first and foremost, this actually is the perfect one. The first one will be a tweet coming to us from Chris J. Suggs, which is perfectly putting out there what Twitter feels and the rest of us feel right now. April Fool's is canceled. He tweeted this yesterday, went viral, but this is the feeling. Keep your jokes to yourself because this whole year has been one already. We tried. Today is March 32nd. And as we can see with what we've been having going on with the show today, it really is that. So that just is actually making me laugh. Moving quickly from there, I want to show you guys this next video. It's going to be John Travolta. And what's really fun with John is that I appreciate, as you all know, he is the king of disco. He does his Saturday Night Fever. And so he actually shared this parody video that a few of his followers have created to one of his favorite songs, reminding everybody to stay home and clean their hands. So if we can go to that.
Will you get chill by the way I wash my hands? Corona cream won't take no chance. Toilet paper, latex gloves, I've been ready for this since I was born. And now it's alright, it's okay. You may look the other way. You can try to understand the coronavirus effect on man. Whether your brother, whether your mother, you're staying inside, staying inside.
I have to say that one is particularly catchy. My mom was a big fan. I was like, this is your music. I love it. So super fun to see that. You can see the rest of it over at John Travolta's page. Each lyric and verse that they have is actually pretty funny. So moving right along from there, I know all of us have been talking about, while we're in quarantine, needing that social distancing from our fridge. Some of us are really doing our best to keep off the quarantine 19. But then there's others who are fully embracing bringing that at-home experience to their home. And this is exactly what this family did. And we can see that over on our next clip. one. Just stay tuned. It's going to be the other one. You'll see it. So this family actually recreated.
Okay, everybody take a sip together, please. Secret sauce for you now. Nice homemade ramen for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're gonna have some rice.
So I'm just so excited to see so many families. A big shout out to Kate Canoe on TikTok. Because what's been really cool is so many families are getting creative to make this interesting time a time for them to bond. The creativity that we continue to see online continues to warm my heart. I just think it's hysterical. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a big Benihana fan, so bringing the Benihana experience home, I think, is great. Now, one other thing is we know, unfortunately, earlier this year, we did lose Kobe Bryant, but Girl Dad, that hashtag has really taken off as we celebrate the amazing girl dads that are out there and their creativity. And that's exactly what this dad did. Big shout out to him. We're going to watch that clip. I love that. So that was from Barstool Sports with our whole cast in the background, kind of watching it as you guys saw as Anthony transitioned to us. So that was actually pretty funny. But big shout out to Girl Dad. What's really awesome, if you guys tuned in last week with our quarantine passport, which people really loved and enjoyed, this is really awesome to see the way that a girl dad himself is bringing that Disneyland experience to his little one at home, so she feels like she's out and about. So I, for one, definitely appreciated that. Now, continuing with the Spread Love movement, we're going to go to our last one, which is a graphic. Now, this is dedicated to our elderly community. This is Quarantine Kindness. So it's a pink graphic. If we could put that one up, that would be awesome sauce. Hashtag Quarantine Kindness. So the whole idea is to write a written letter to an isolated older adult. You grab a card, or you can make your own, whatever you want. Write a kind, thoughtful note, and then that is the address. And you can get the close-up of the address if you head over to Love for the Elderly, or you can feel free to screenshot it there. But essentially what will happen is once you make that card, they will deliver your letter to an elder in need at a long-term care facility. And I, for one, can tell you that us here at the Work From Home Network TV, we're all about spreading love. So that is it from what's going on around the internet. Do-do-do-do. Off to you, Aaron. I love it. It's all with our transitions that we have.
The program's been a little crazy. That's the prank that's being played on us. But we're moving into a segment here. It's one of my favorite segments on the show. It is a segment called Other People's Positivity. That's right. So here in Other People's Positivity, that's exactly what it is. Sometimes I'll be giving you guys some different tips and tricks and information that's positive, and sometimes it's going to come from other people. And we really want to know about the positive things happening in your life, because we all know we can definitely use it right now amongst all of this craziness. So if you guys have some positive things going on in your life, put it in the comments down below. We're going to throw it up on the screen later on, or even hit us up a little bit later and we'll throw it up on our Facebook page. But for right now, I want to talk to you guys real quickly, real briefly, Other People's Positivity. I don't know if you guys have read this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. As you can see, I've got a ton of books on my bookshelf back there. And this is just an amazing book. So I want to give you some positivity and some insight from Napoleon Hill here. Just a couple quick things. I'm one of those people that I don't dog ear the pages or highlight the books. It makes me crazy. So I just write them all down in my handy dandy note-taking device. So just a couple quick things to point out that I found fascinating in the book. One of the things that it says is, Napoleon Hill writes, is indecision and procrastination are twins. Where, I'll say that again, indecision and procrastination are twins. Where one is found, the other may usually be found also. Kill off this pair before they completely tie you to the treadmill of failure. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So make sure that you guys are doing what you guys need to do. Make your plans, make your goals, and put those things into action. Stop making excuses and procrastinating on those, because procrastination is the biggest enemy to greatness. And then one of the last ones that I wanted to throw out here from the book that I thought was fascinating, Napoleon Hill writes, "Poverty needs no plan. It needs no one to aid it because it is bold and ruthless. Riches are shy and timid. They have to be attracted." So again, the things that you want in your life, you want to happen, you have to make them happen. You have to have that goal. You have to have that vision, and you've got to start to put those things into action. And if you can do that, you're going to get yourself into a better mental state, which is going to get your body into a better state, and you're going to have more positive words, and you're going to have more positive actions. So again, if you guys have anything positive going on in your life, we want to shout it out. All those victories, no matter how biggy or smalls, we want to hear about them. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in to our Work From Home Network Power Hour Live. That segment was called Other People's Positivity.
All right.
I love it. That is so awesome. Well, that is perfect because we're going to transition right into the word diet with it. Boom, shakalaka for the win. So we're back this week with our deck, same deck, the well-being cards for you all. And I love it. I love all the DMs that I've been getting from people, the way that they've used the card to inspire them. So let's see what today's is. Nothing is more important than that I feel good. Yes, this is super important right now during self-care time. The back of it says, don't do anything that you don't really want to do. Keeping yourself in a place of feeling good. Reach for the thought that feels better and watch what happens. I love that because as we all continue to stay in casa quarantine, I think it's super important on our end to continue to choose positive thoughts over the negative ones, but also being okay with just saying no. I don't know about you all, but I find myself equally, if not more busy at home because my work and personal life are blending and I'm bored, among other things, and wanting to stay creative. But it's also super important to make sure that we're staying hydrated and finding ways to stay creative. So that being said, I actually am super pumped for today's special guest that we have. If you know, several of you, part of your self-care routine has been binging on shows. Might have been like this one with The Tiger King. Go America. So America continues their obsession with The Tiger King, as we have seen. And on Monday's show, we actually shared what one crafter out there is doing. She actually created a very own crochet version of Tiger King, or Joe Exotic himself, in all his regalia, poses included, and allowed for people at home to actually download and buy the pattern so that they can do it. Now, I, for one, am not one to crochet, so the bidding option is available, so you could bid for it, and the proceeds will go to a great organization. But rather than telling you about it myself, as you can see there, the bid is currently at $400. At the start of the show, it's already up at $500, and it stops tomorrow. However, I figured who better than the woman herself to bring on Miss Allison. Hi, Allison. Hi. Cool in the full effect. Thank you so much, Allison, for joining us. So first and foremost, how are things out in Austin?
The weather is really beautiful today, but allergies are bad. So I'm like taking my temperature every few minutes. I haven't left the house in like 10 days at least. So
I love that. So off the bat, I want to thank you because you really are combining your passion and putting it to work to spread love. And so can we actually see him himself? I've only seen pictures, but I want to see him in the flesh. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. Can you hold him up? Like, he is even bigger. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have to go straight to you. He is even bigger than I originally had envisioned. Wow. That is so cool. So now for people that want to bid on it, and we do actually know that they can go over to your Instagram, which is @craftyiscool, and click in your link to make their bid. Where are all the proceeds going to?
There is a charity set up here in Austin called All Together ATX, and all of the news stations and like PBS, the ABC, CBS, NBC, all those affiliates here in Austin are all having a big telethon or something on Friday. And so I was looking for something local that was going to have some kind of an impact on the healthcare workers here and families. Since all the kids are out of school, it's it's kind of crazy, and a lot of kids don't have meals and all that stuff. So the United Way of Greater Austin has set up this fund called All Together ATX, and I'm going to donate all the proceeds to that.
You are awesomesauce.com to do that. I just really appreciate it. Now, in addition to that, though, you do have the option if people want to get other crochet patterns outside of Joe Exotic, they can go to your website to get them, right? Which is craftyskool.com. And as I mentioned, if they want to get that specific Tiger King one, they can head over to your Etsy store as well. Yes. Now, I do know that you actually use your talents for more than just making Joe King. Can we see some of the other awesome creations you've come up with, please?
Yeah. Okay, so this is my most recent thing. But a few months ago, this other thing that I made went kind of viral.
Okay, let's see.
It's a baby Yoda.
Oh my God!
He's really big. And he has a little jacket. I made this, and it was on my Etsy store for like 4 days. And there was an article on Bored Panda, and so it went viral. And
wow. I might have to go over to your house when this is over. So I know you have
a story about it.
Yes.
I was sitting at my desk and my phone rang and it said Burbank, California, and I was like, oh no. It was a lawyer for Disney telling me I'm not really allowed to sell that. So anyway, Baby Yoda is something cool that
they're just bitter because they didn't get on that train first. Okay, that's what happened, right? That's why everyone was making this up. Yeah, right. But it is badass, and we definitely want to shout you out for that. Now, can we see some of the other ones that you have as well?
Yeah. This is another pattern I have. Post Malone. He keeps getting more tattoos, and I keep having to add stuff to his face. But as you can see,
now I love it. Yeah, let me go a close up. Now, what I love is that you literally actually have gotten that one. Oh my God, the hands. You literally have gotten that one in the hands of Post Malone himself. From what I hear, his mom or he ordered some for his mom.
Yeah, he saw them. His people saw them. I don't know. You know how that works.
Yeah.
And they invited us to go to Posty Fest for the first one. It was a couple of years ago. I brought a bunch of dolls, and then everybody was like, okay, I want more. And his mom has been friends with me now on Instagram, and for Christmas, she told her son that that's what she wanted for Christmas. And so a couple of months before Christmas, they told me, they were like, okay, how many can you do before Christmas? And I said, okay, I can probably do 5. But then I ended up doing 6, and they were like, well, buy as many as you can make. And so
I love that.
Mom, and I sent him to his mom. So it was
I know the whole cast, we all want ours. We're like, oh my gosh. Now, if you could show us one more from your bucket of magic back there before we let you go, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so ASAP Rocky is also his people contacted me, and he has a pop-up shop at Selfridges in London. It's his Og brand, and he actually sells these. And this was just one that I kept, but they sell in the shop.
I love that he saw your work. He asked you to collaborate, that you did it, and you're stuck in Selfridges. Like, what a way to put your passion with the purpose. I just want to thank you for that. And we're excited. I'm going to ask you and put you on the line. Can we get you back next week to do a mini craft with us?
Yes.
Yay! All right. Well, thank you so much. Again, a big shout out to you. If you want to bid, make sure you go over to Crafty is Cool. The bidding ends tomorrow. All proceeds go to pay it forward. And as well, in the meantime, you can get free crochet patterns at Crafty is Cool. Or if you want to get your Tiger King crochet pattern, then you can head over to her Etsy shop. Thanks again, Allison, so much for being with us. We'll see you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, y'all, come back in. What did you think?
That was pretty phenomenal. I
absolutely love that.
I didn't even know that I was into crocheting like that, but now I feel like I need to learn how to do that.
Can we all just agree that she's the crochet?
Ah!
Actually, I think
I
Aaron's would be the best.
Let's bring her on. Let's give her some love. Allison,
Yeah,
we
I love
see
that.
you.
Yeah, we.
She's in the chat. We
Oh,
love
hi.
having
I
you
was just
on.
typing a response.
She's like, I haven't heard crochet before.
Well, you got to say it in the positive way. If you're like, "That's crow shit," that's bad. If you
No, I get
you're
it.
the crow shit. That's awesome.
Thanks. I got it.
I'll
I
say
got it.
the French version Shay.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh
see what you did
my.
there.
Sounds better.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's safe to say we all want one, especially we were saying that Baby Yoda, he's so big.
I know. That's why he's fun to.
If I donate to a nonprofit that's not selling it and you could give it,
I know.
you
Well,
know?
I did an elephant. See
Oh
how
my, I
similar?
think,
Ooh, see, I'll
Okay,
do
wait.
the. I like
okay,
the
so
elephant.
here's the thing. Anthony actually has a sign for this. I'm sure he probably doesn't have it close to him. But earlier this week, we were talking about Tiger King. So I had asked Allison, she made Joe Exotic. So is she going to make Carol Baskins? And she's like, do you think people would get her? I, for one, think that people could get the 2 dolls and they can make sure that they do like a little fight off.
I'm not buying her. I want the Baby Yoda elephant. I'll take that. That's dope. That's dope.
Right.
Anthony, would you get a Carol and a Joe Exotic combo?
Absolutely. Not even a question.
I feel like the elephant and the Yoda are big enough for me to actually wear like a onesie.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. You're already,
Ooh.
Aaron, you've got the hat. You're already meant to be one of her crochets. Right?
Literally,
Yes.
I think you would be a perfect crochet face.
Yes, and well, she actually has one that she made of herself too. So I
Oh,
mean,
let's
it
see
is
it. That's
the
what we
magic
want to see.
bucket.
This is
There
for
it
her.
is.
I just made a quick
Carol
one.
Baskin's husband.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
do that one. Make a Carol Baskin husband. Look, that's her.
Oh,
With her
wow.
own
I
idea.
didn't have blonde hair or pink hair. I had red hair. So
There we
I
go.
love it. Well, thank you again so much for being with us. We'll see you next week. It is now time for Quarantine and Chill. So, Anthony, this is all you, baby.
Holler. All right, what's going on, everybody? Today we have an episode coming up at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. Quarantine and Chill. We have a special edition of our show today. Wait for it. Wait for it. It is the Mobster Movie Edition. I just put bullets and decided to make it crazy. Biscuits and Gravy talk the movies. Chad will be on today. We got Matt Troyer. We essentially talk about what we're watching right now, and we name our top 5 movies. We did sports last week, and we will be doing mobster movies today. What I was watching last night was more of a mobster documentary called Gringo, which was from 2016. Mr. McAfee from McAfee Security. That would be, if anybody wants something completely, it's like my friend Kelly McComb said it as the original Tiger King. And that's Mr. McAfee from the the online computer security stuff. If you haven't seen Gringo, it's absolutely insane. So that would be a good movie to watch. But today we're talking mobster movies again, 5 p.m. Eastern time with Chad, Matt Troyer talking about the beer of the day. We might even have a wine of the day. So it should be an exciting day. And that's what we got going on for Quarantine to Chill later on.
Did you say wine of the day?
Mhm.
I love it. I love it. We actually, we're going to tease what's happening next week. We're going to have a wine expert on Power Hour Live. So we're going to do a pairing. So look at how we roll. This is
Fine.
what we do.
See, the
yup.
wine that we're suggesting is what to watch while you're quarantining and chilling, so you either get horny or pass out, one or the other.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. You're really pairing it very specific.
What if you do both? Oh,
I
Never
can't. Aaron, take it away. What is our audience saying? Oh, gosh.
Aaron needs
Aaron's
a minute.
like, I need time to recover.
Aaron's like,
Aaron,
I've been alone
they
for
all-
so long. What's going to happen? It's just going to be me passed out with my hand in my pants.
No.
with the remote watching Tiger King.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Carol.
Yeah,
Baskin.
Yes.
that's just ridiculous. I've been quarantined
Exactly.
for too long.
I mean,
And
what do you
now I'm like-
expect?
Now I'm actually considering it. I'm like, well, what if I do get? Never mind.
Okay.
Thank
Anyway,
you. Don't consider.
we're gonna skip forward and talk about where are we going? Where are we going now?
What's going on with our comments? Anybody that's dropped in some stuff. I see some people on that Baby Yoda.
We got some great comments here. Oh, there we go. See, something that you guys may not know: the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, St. John.
Hey.
You may have heard of them because you went on a cruise to the Caribbean. but they are a part of the United States. They're a territory, and we've got a comment from there.
So cool.
Love that. That's going on. What else? What else do we have going on? Mama Russo is always supportive.
Hey, thanks for that shout out. I'm very cute. You the best, Mama Russo.
Yeah,
Mama Russo. I think Mama Russo's also the one at the Baby Yoda. I was like, oh, I gotta love her.
She's never even seen Star Wars. That's horse crap. She just thinks it's cute. Can you make? She needs to make her a kitten or a cat, and she'll be happy. She's a cat.
She would go crazy about that.
Yeah.
But again, that's just a little bit about what is going on with the comments there. Again, we encourage you guys interact with us. It's a live show. Type out what you guys want to talk about, whether it's your positivity or if there's something going on in one of the segments. We definitely want to hear from you guys. So with that said, we are going to move into talking about another show that we have coming up. And with that, Anthony, I'm going to X-Men you. You're going to get 86th. I'm going to chat with Liza and Curtis for just a moment. Get out of here, Anthony.
He was like, I'm not going anywhere. You're not going to take it.
So coming up, we've got
Wait, no, come back, Curtis. This April Fool's joke today is hysterical. Our show's drunk today.
I thought I was done. I'm about to go eat. I mean, what?
No, not yet.
Dang it.
All right, boys, you ready?
Ubark. What did you call it? Ubark. Eat.
Uber arf.
That's so ridiculous. But anyways, we got a new show coming up, a whole new segment that we're going to be doing on Fridays, I believe, and we're going to be introducing some of the talent throughout the week. But it is a new segment, a new show that we like to call
Show us what you got.
That's right. It's going to be in the vein of America's Got Talent and all those other talent shows out there. It's an Internet's Got Talent type of show. So whether you're a magician or a comedian or a juggler or a singer or a guitarist, a poet, whatever your talent is, we know you guys have it and we want to see it. Stop hiding it from the world.
Yes.
So,
are you a master crafter like Allison? We want to see it, okay? You might just get all of our bids or like our votes just with that Baby Yoda.
Yeah, she would win. She's a guest judge.
Yeah, right?
But again, it's a show called Show Us What You Got. We want to see what you guys got. So please, if you know someone, friend, family, coworker, send them our way. We want to see what they got.
Tag us in it too, guys, at WFHN TV on Instagram and Twitter. And then it's even on Facebook. Just tag us, and that way we can see their talent. And that way we can see we're going to be able to bring them on the show. And you can also DM us any talent that you have or anybody you know. And, you know, that'll be perfect. But before we jump away, I do want to come back to talk about the census again, because, you know, I've already been counted. Liza's got hers. Aaron's going to do his. Guys, it's important. We want to make sure everybody's counted and represented here in America. And Liza, you got a couple things about the California Health Corps?
Yes. So one thing that I wanted to just go over, which we talked about earlier, is applying for a position for the California Health Corps. I got some DMs, people wanting to know where it is. So there right below, you could see it, where you can go to covid19.ca.gov. So again, if you or someone you know in the state of California is a working, retired, or even a student medical professional, we are down for the cause. We need you. It is a paid job, which is what a lot of people are wondering, and you do get insurance. So that's the big call to America. So that's one of our big resources we wanted to share with all of you as well.
Yeah, and we really need it. So,
all right, let's bring on the boys. Look at Aaron.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. All right.
Well,
what time is it?
I think it's time to sign off.
But before that, We got a little live streaming guide.
Yeah, we're gonna throw
Oh,
it
that's right. Ah, you thought it was over.
Like it's all part of the April Fool's joke. So for today's live streaming guide, it's a good one. It's jam packed. Of course, we have our own talent here at Work From Home TV ready to bring it in for you. So first and foremost, later on today, Biscuits and Gravy will be on at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then back again on Friday, Wingman to Greatness at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. And of course, Power Hour Live at noon and Happy Hour at 5 p.m. In the meantime, though, if you want to watch some other things, which you can tune over at today at GrammyMuseum.org, is the Grammy Museum's at-home digital series. The Billie Eilish one gets dropped today. Eric Christian Olsen from NCIS LA presents Social Distance Storytime. It's a series he's doing on his Instagram at Eric or at EC Olsen, where he reads a book with his children to your children to give parents time to chill and walk away if they need to, knowing that their kids will be watching something that's safe and having a little fun. Now, if you're into music, Vanessa Carlton is hosting a daily live performance at 5 p.m. later on today, Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on her IG. Levi's is rounding it off with some more live performances every weekday at 6:01 exactly Pacific Standard Time, 9:01 Eastern Standard Time on their IG. And last but not least is Questlove spinning down those tempo slow jams from his crib at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on his IG at Questlove. And that is this week's live streaming guide.
I'll be at that Questlove. I'm trying to get the slow jam.
So he has it. He's doing it in partnership with D Nice Homeschool. So they're doing the collab and throwing to each other, kind of like what we've been doing here, which is super awesome.
I love it.
With that, I do want to give a big shout out again to our special guest today, Allison. A big shout out to all of you who are tuning in and watching. A big shout out to each of my co-hosts here, who we all enjoy our friendly banter, even through these technical difficulties. And
April Fools.
You know who doesn't get a shout out though? Are the Wi-Fi fairies today who are trying to mess with us. No.
Well, I'm shouting out Dunkin' Donuts. They stayed strong.
Inside joke. All right, y'all. That's it for us for today for Power Hour Live. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on Friday.
Tell me the truth. I know we've gone our separate ways. Can we get love back? I know we've had our better days. Can we get love back?
Okay.